Hello students, welcome to my virtual class in which we are going to cover the standards of limit 1 and limit 2. Reasoning with definitions and theorems and the properties can be used to justify claims about the limits and as well as the continuity. Our success criteria is to evaluate the limits using the analytical, graphical and numerical approach. Also, we have to discuss the continuity of piecewise function in the open and the closed intervals. Now you can see on the wall there are different icons of the YouTube. Here if you will press, they will lead you to my videos in which you can watch and then clear your doubts about the limits and the continuity of the functions. You can see one more icon of the quizzes.com. If you press that quizzes.com's icon, then it will lead you to the quiz, made by me, which you can take it, play it as a game, and then you can see that which kind of doubts you have. You can ask and clear the doubts by asking me the questions. Let's solve some of the questions which are given on the same slide. So here you have to verify that the intermediate value theorem applies to the indicated interval and find the value of C guaranteed by the theorem. So here is the question. You know, in order to apply the intermediate value theorem, first of all, you must know what is f of 0 equals to and also what is f of 3 equals to. It means you want to determine the y values at 0 and 3 one by one. So replace x by 0, you will get 0 square minus 6 times 0 plus 8. So the answer is 8. Similarly, now you have to write that what will it be equals to when you replace x by 3. So 3 square minus 6 times 3 plus 8. So 3 times 3 will gives you 9 minus 18 plus 8. So 9 minus 18 is uh, 9 minus 18 is minus 9. Minus 9 plus 8 will gives you minus 1. Now what will happen if you want to find it out? What will happen at f of c? So f of c is, you just replace all the x by c. So you will get c square minus 6c plus 8, which is all equals to 0 because f of c is equals to 0. Now factor them, so you will get c minus 4 and c minus 2 because it is a quadratic equation. So the factor is negative 4 and negative 2. They are equals to 0. One by one make the factors equals to 0 in order to determine the value of the c. So you will get c equals to 2 and c equals to 4 and c equals to 2. So which of the value lie in between 0 and 3? So of course you get which value? 2 values. So it means you will have 2 and on this side you have the 0 and 3, and between 0 and 3 you get the value of 2. So that is your answer for that verifies that yes, the C values lie between the 0 and 3 interval. Let's solve one more question. So here the first thing is you have to see if the intermediate value theorem is applicable or not applicable. So find the y value at 0, that is 0 cube minus 0 square plus 0 minus 2. So the answer is minus 2. Now find the value at 3. So you will have 3 cube minus 3 square plus 3 minus 2, which will gives you 3 times 3 cube is 27 minus 9, that is 18. 18 plus 3, 18, 21. 21 minus 2 will gives you 19. Now find out f of c. Replace x by c. So you will get c cube minus c square plus c minus 2. So you will have over here you will have equals to 4. So before solving it, you have to bring the 4 on the other side. So you will get c cube minus c square plus c minus 2 minus 4 equals to 0. So c cube minus c square plus c minus 6 equals to 0. Now let's factor them and check that what will be the value of C. So you can use the graphic calculators and also you can do it manually. Right now I am trying to do it with the help of graphic calculator. So I will go to the equations f2, f1 in order to factor the polynomials with the 3-degree, and I will write 1, negative 1, positive 1 and negative 6 in the equation, and negative 6 in the equation to get the values, and you will see that I will get C equals to positive 2 as my answer. Now, what I have to do is, because the uh, 2 is the answer which is giving in the real axis and 2 are the imaginary answers. So I will consider C equals to 2, and yes, C lies between the intervals of 0 and 3. So I can say that yes, here the intermediate value theorem is verifying the conditions of for this question. Let's solve the last question, and again we will verify whether intermediate value theorem is applicable or no or not. So find out what is f of 0 equals to. So f of 0, on replacing the x by 0, we in the equation original question we will get negative 1, and what will happen if I replace x by 1 to get the y value at 1? I will get 1 cube plus 2 times 1 minus 1, so it will gives me 2. Now let's check what will happen with when I replace x by c. So f of c equals to c cube plus 2c minus 1, and it is all equals to 0. And I will see that what are my factors at this position. So I will go again to my graphic calculator and I will write 1. There is no c square, so I will write here 0. For the c value, the coefficient of the c is 2 and the constant is negative 1, and I will get a value of 0.45. So C equals to 0.45, which lies between 0 and 1. So here again my values are satisfying the condition. So I hope that now you understood all the ideas which are given here, and if you have again any question regarding the limits, kindly feel free to ask me or write in the comment. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you very much.